Today, we're going to be talking about an underappreciated soul. A cat that should deserve more love. She doesn't come across as a Mary Sue to many, but she doesn't come across as a favorite to many. She isn't disliked by many, but she isn't loved as many as she should be. Today, we are going to be talking about one of my personally favorite characters, Turtletail. She was my inspiration to make turtle fur, as they have the same prefix. And I was really into Turtletail. And I mean really. If you haven't watched my Turtletail in Storm auditions video, you wouldn't know that. So today, we're going to be going over her and why she is underappreciated. Turtletail was a Dawn of the Clans character, and as you know, Dawn of the Clans isn't read much. It is a cast-aside series, and possibly a side series for the Warriors books. Turtletail is one of the antagonists of the book. I get protagonist and antagonist mixed up, so sorry if I used the wrong one, and please don't kill me. Okay, jokes aside, Turtletail was a calico she-cat, and she had deep love for Greywing. In the first few books, well, 2 books, Greywing, in the first book or so, Greywing didn't return his feelings until he realized that Storm and Brightstream could not be his mates, and he recognized the one true cat that loved him, Turtletail. Quite a heartfelt love story, but she could get a lot more love for this. This is usually why many characters are loved. Like, the reader is like, "Aw, this poor soul was rejected by their mate," and then it works through into their top favorites. But this is not the case for Turtletail. I don't know why, maybe because you haven't read the Dawn of the Clan series yet, but if you haven't, I advise reading it because it is by far the best series in the Warriors books. And Turtletail was, spoiler alert, run over by a monster for her death. I mean, that was some terrible suffering. I wish that Turtletail had the same thing as Cinderpelt, like where she survived but with an injury, because I would have loved to see more of her personally. And that was when I realized my true feelings for Turtletail. So I had to honor her death. It was a school day, and I had to honor her death, and I told my friends. And then at recess, kaboom, I fell in love with playing as her. Here's another reason to love Turtletail. She was an awesome mother to her kids, and even went the lengths to protect them from Tom. She even talked trash about her kids to save them from Tom, which was very selfless. And if I were a mother, I would be defending my kids, but I would definitely not think to talk trash about them. Especially because they're poor, innocent kids. And she even fought Tom over these poor souls, and that was very protective. And who doesn't love a loving mother, right? And in the Warrior series, that is probably pretty rare, considering Rainflower and Apple Dusk. Well, he was a father, but it still counts. And all those mothers. I mean, some of them, the unique ones, would have really protected their kids. But a lot of them wouldn't have gone for the lengths as Turtletail did. Second, Turtletail was an amazing mother. Third, turmoil. You are probably asking, why turtle fur? Why do you point out turmoil? Turmoil is something that can get a lot of people's attention on a character. It usually makes them loved and pitied. Why isn't that the case for Turtletail? Turtletail went through a decision. Greywing or Tom? In the end, she chose Greywing, but what about Tom? Tom even wanted her kits, and in my opinion, Tom forcefully married her and made her have her kits. A lot of people would feel sympathy for Turtletail, and she still isn't a favorite among the Dawn of the Clans readers. Why isn't that? She is an equal too. Just because she's a Dawn of the Clan character doesn't mean that she's worth less. So third point explained. Fourth, mountain cats. I've been picking out the favorites among my friends, and surprisingly, most of them were mountain cats or ancients. And she was a mountain cat and ancient too. So this might not be the case for you, but I'm just pointing it out so she will seem as an equal. So fourth point explains in a thankfully short amount of time. So I've pointed out some points, and now I think I've gotten enough for you to at least mark her as one of your maybe most liked cats. And now I'm going to delve deeper into who she is. Who is Turtletail? That's a good question. It depends on if you're going as far as looks or personality. For looks, she is a tortoiseshell / calico she-cat, and she has 2 kits. Her mate is Greywing, and as far as personality, she is a caring she-cat, and she cares deeply and is mostly selfless for her kits. But she is a little stubborn and sassy, so those are flaws and additions to good stuff. Now let's go into our backstory. She, as a cat, had great love feelings for Greywing. Greywing didn't seem to love her back, as he was all for Bright String. Then when they got to their new territory, he was padding after some she-cat named Storm, when he didn't even realize that Turtletail had feelings for him. Turtletail became sad and moved to a kitty pet life with Bumble, a kitty pet she met in the forest. She had a new cat in the house named Tom, and eventually became mates with him, or maybe forced mates, and she left because of Tom. She was carrying kits, and Greywing finally accepted her love for him and his love for her, and became mates with her. Turtletail bore 3 kits, Pebbleheart, Sparrowfur, and Owl Eyes. When they were just kits, Tom stole them, and while she was looking for them, she was killed by a monster on the Thunder Path. So that is basically her backstory. So, if I could convince at least one person that to love Turtletail, then I'll be super happy. Please tell me in the comments if I convince you to at least like her. And if you don't like her, state your opinion, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!